Hello, my fellow African kings and queens. I'm here today. I want to just say a few words with you on behalf of the GROW program. This is an outreach program, and I'm here to help excel and lift up our African American communities. For over 400 years, we have been oppressed. And that's what we learned to do and have been taught to do for over 400 years. However, it is instilled in us to love. We're truly a people of love. I mean, it is deep within us to love because that is how God created us to be. And God also created the Caucasian to love. But they have just as the same, they have been oppressed, they have been the oppressors for so long that that's all they know is to continue to oppress. Not all, but some of them. And not just as not all of us African Americans oppress each other, but some of us do. Some of us continue to oppress one another. And I'm going to get back on that in a minute, but I want to get on this thing about the Constitution. We, whether you know it or not, are on our way to an authoritarianism, a dictatorship. Little by little, Donald Trump is chipping away at our democracy. Little by little, he is destroyed checks and balances. He is destroying the post office. He is shaping this country to be what he wants it to be. He has fired inspector generals. He has deleted checks and balances. But in the midst of deleting these checks and balances and on his way to an authoritarianism, there was a pandemic coming in. And the pandemic came in, and it has, you have to bear with me, love, because I have so much coming at me at once that's coming to me from our ancestors. Okay, so the pandemic came in, and he was so distracted by that, by the chipping away at the democracy, that he felt the pandemic was a joke. But now it's this is where he messed up at, and he realized this is where he messed up at, because he called it a joke and he pretended it was nothing, and he can't walk it back now. It's not in him to walk it back, so he's just going to deal with it. So this Constitution, even though they say that 3/5 of a person does not refer to slaves, we know it does. It refers to slaves. It doesn't mean 3/5 of the slaves. It means 3/5 of those other persons meaning us. So what is about to happen, I believe, and I truly believe this, what is about to happen is we're going into a dictatorship where democracy, the Constitution, is done away with, and the Trump administration will fix things the way that they want them fixed. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't care if Melania Trump digs up the rose garden and plants black orchids. I don't care if Donald Trump paints the White House orange, green. It don't matter to me. What matters to me is what happens to our African American community. What happens to our people? Because the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, all that stuff I had to learn in school to pass to another grade, was not written for me. Later on, it applied to me, but it was not written for me. I would actually like to see a Constitution clause included, that written, that includes all people, where that 3/5 of a person is removed, because we are not 3/5 of a person. We built this nation. When we ride around and see the nice, beautiful neighborhoods and houses, that came off the backs of us. So we built this country. Being brought here in 1619, we're a product of our environment. We are oppressed because we were oppressed. Our ancestors were oppressed. Their spirits are living with us. It's up to us continue to make the change, to continue to carry the torch that will one day make a difference for our future generations. So right now, we have to take a stand. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever money you got, whatever you don't have, use any type of platform to make a difference. Ladies, when you're interacting with one another, Sweetheart, that is another queen you are approaching. See, the oppressors want to continue to oppress. So, yes, they love to see the young ladies in the street fighting each other and clowning and acting a fool. The young men shooting each other and killing each other. You doing it because you helping them what they're already doing. Every day we're watching on TV our African American people being slaughtered in the streets by the police. Do you think the Klan just got in the police department? They've been there all along. They never left. Don't you remember seeing the black and white scenes on TV? You weren't there. But of the police sicking dogs on people, the young man that the police officer let eat his crotch up. This is now just coming to the forefront because we have cell phones. This has been going on since forever. The Klan has always been in the police department. They never left. They hide behind badges. They hide behind benches. They hide behind security guards. They're everywhere. They just don't hide behind the hoods anymore. The person you might live next door to may be part of it. You don't know. But what I want you to know is it's time out for us being oppressing one another. We need to stop. If you are the drug dealer, then you need to find a job because you are oppressing your community and your people. If you are using your fellow brother down the street and you know he got a drug habit, you are oppressing him by having him come over and paint your house for $20 or paint your car or overhaul your transmission or your engine, and you only gonna give him $50, and you know he got a family to feed. Regardless if he got a drug addiction or what he doing with it, give him what he is owed. Therefore, the Lord won't deal with you the way that he's going to deal with you by taking advantage of his people. And let me tell you something about you, Pastor. While you are taking people's money, if you are on the real, because I was a minister, if you are on the real and and you are right, the Lord is going to bless your ministry. You don't have to take off money from his people to help keep his people down and oppressed. The people come to church because they're spiritually wounded. They come there for healing and help, not to pass out money. They don't have the money to pass out. I remember when I was sitting in church thinking I wasn't going to make it because I didn't have the money to get in. So stop telling people that they got to pay you to get in church. Don't do that. Don't hurt God's people like that. Don't oppress. And I'm pleading with you, my fellow young men and women who are in the street gang banging. I'm pleading with you to put the guns down. They're already killing us. You know what happened? Let me tell you what happened back in the day, 400 years ago. Slaves, they loved the slaves. So they made so many. They had the black man making so many slaves with the black woman so they can have them to sell off. They can have them to use to feed to the crocodiles. There was so many. So we have become a great big population. So then, therefore, now we got to do something. So we've got to start eliminating. We got too many of these black people, these Negroes. We got to start eliminating them. So then they're slaughtering us as we watch on TV, just as we watched many years ago the lynchings on TV and the lynchings at the Capitol building. So we're watching the same thing. It's just a different time. It's in color now. So, and we can watch it we can record it, and nothing is done. Had it not been for the cell phones, thank God, had it not been for the cell phones, they would still be getting away with it. And most of them do get away with it, just like what happened with Rodney King. They got away with it until there was such an outcry from the community that they were charged federally. They had to be, or we were going to tear it up. It got that serious. And it should not get serious because I don't condone violence, but that's just how angry we are. White people, if you could step a foot in our shoes, because I've actually walked into a store, and I know I don't look like a thief, but I've actually walked into a store or walked past a white woman and she clutched her purse. Lady, I don't want your purse. I got money. I have a husband that works. I have my own money. I don't need your money. I am not a threat to you. I am not black. I'm African American. Black is a color. So that's one reason. One thing we need to do is stop referencing to ourselves as a color, because that we are not. Black people, I just forgive me because it's gonna take me a minute too. Lord is dealing with me. God is dealing with me. My African American sisters and brothers, my future kings and queens, whatever you are dealing with, whatever addiction you're dealing with, be it alcoholism, drug addiction, gang banging, just tell the Lord that you're tired. Lay it down and walk away from it, and don't pick it back up. Don't struggle with it, because when you pick it back up, you wavering like the wind, like the words say, you wavering like the wind. So just lay it down. I'm part of the Grow program. My name is Jacqueline. I will do anything I can to help you, because I want to uplift our African American communities. I run a program called Grow, and it's based out of Illinois. You can contact me at Jacqueline at growprogram.org. Jacqueline at growprogram.com. Okay, that's it. Jacqueline at growprogram.com. Growprogram.org is in construction right now, so that's coming up. And may God be with you. God bless you. Be safe. I love you.